God, back at it. Back at it. My foot's caught up there. I can't keep that there. It's gonna stay right there, I guess. Okay. I don't know if I trust my camera being right there. Don't want to have an overheating situation here. Come on. Got some live bait. We're gonna try again with the free lining it straight to braid. Actually, I got a split shot on this here. I guess that's been my move lately. Caught some little bait fish out of the retention pond side. And that's what we got. Let's see if we can get a fish on. I got some live bait. Oh, that's amazing. I was about to say, my bait already got eaten. What up, what up? I'm back at it again. I did not make it down to the boat. I over promised, under deliver there. But we're back on the kayak in the backyard pond here. And am switching out. I was switching with fishing with artificial this afternoon, but I managed to catch some live minnows to go fishing back here with. See if I can get a bigger fish with it. I was basing my schedule on my kids' schedule. Never do that. They always mess up things. But I got about like a dozen minnows I'm working with, so that should be plenty of fishing. Doing great, doing great. It's Sunday. I'm fishing. I'm ahead. I got a charter book for Wednesday, so it's not a bad way to start the week off, you know what I mean? Right back at you, right back at you. We're just gonna see if we can get a big bass here. I got a little bitty split shot on this. Could have easily went saltwater fishing, but the planning was off. Planning was all bad. Should have just got up early like I had intended, and just fish earlier, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm fishing again. Got live bait, little blue. Man, I guess I can always double up if this stays in front and I don't drift at all. If I do got a Carolina rig, I can throw this one out. Put that in the fishing rod holder. I'll toss this guy out there and see what he does. Again, I appreciate y'all hitting that like button. I'll switch up the camera angle here in a minute. I gotta get some stuff, get this line out behind me. Backward cast. Hopefully that went where it's supposed to go. We'll see. Something gets on, I'll know. The drag is set perfectly. I just drain weight now. Hopefully fish comes along here pretty soon. And I'm trying to catch a double-digit bass. I haven't caught one yet that has remotely come close to that, but we're trying here. I'm gonna have to move my phone because it's gonna heat up, y'all. iPhones don't like heat. I did manage to catch one bass already. I had a bunch of bites with the artificials I was throwing earlier on my new bait caster that I was using. And I mean, I'm ahead. It was 4 o'clock. I had plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. All the kids are home. No one's looking for me. It usually doesn't work out that way. Again, I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. I'm fishing live from the backyard pond. I was out here earlier, and I just got bored, so I'm fishing again. I got me some live bait that I'm using back on the kayak. I didn't want to bank fish because I wanted to get out to the middle of the pond where I feel like the fish are hanging out at. And see if we can find them where they're hanging out at. I'm usually a one line kind of person, but I'm gonna try with these two here first, see what happens. Try and make my way out the deeper part. Dragging bottom there, that's good. That's always a good sign, dang. No new rod this time. I got the Shakespeare Amphibious, the Youth Kitty rod, and I got the lucky, my lucky red one I found back here in the retention pond, so. Nope, just pond, backyard. So I got some bluegills and some small crappies on here that I caught. I'm hoping that's gonna catch me a bass, maybe a catfish. Who knows, who knows? I was tempted to bring a bait caster, but I caught a lot of bait actually, so. I feel like the bigger fish I've caught have always been on the live bait, so that's why I'm forcing this issue here instead of using something else like artificial and top water and everything else everyone suggests. Like, I feel like live bait is always the move. The trick is I just can't fish with two poles. Am I drifting? Do I got a fish on here? I don't know, let's see. I feel like there might be something on the back line, I don't know, let's see. Unless I'm dragging bottom. Yeah. That was very misleading. Dragging grass. All right, I'm just gonna cast this behind me. I got a line behind me and I got a line in front. And that's what it's gonna have to do. This dude can't already be dead. I see him breathing. Get this grass off. Nah, he's still swimming. I can get this grass off of him. Ow. I mean, if I was smarter, I probably would wait till later on this evening, but I'm not trying to be back outside. Eventually, I want to shower and relax. No, this is just behind my fence. So my house is here. Again, that's why I dubbed this the backyard pond. So I mean, it's just this is a natural pond in the neighborhood that backs up to a creek behind the woods over here to the right of me, and eventually that creek feeds into the Kafir River. No, I'm just again, I feel like artificial bait should be king back here, but the fish make you work for it, that's for sure. You gotta work for it. Craziest thing, I kept catching dragonflies in my cast net, and I don't know if they were in the water or what, but they kept getting snagged in it. I just want this drag the zing on this back line. Nothing will make me more happy. I feel like all the fish are hanging out. This is the deepest part of the pond here. We're talking about maybe 15 feet now that we got a lot of rain. It's a lot higher than it's almost back to its normal form. Whew. Yeah, I was supposed to go saltwater fishing, but that did not work out. My kid had asked if she her boyfriend come over, so I was like, I conceded that yeah, but I wasn't gonna leave the house. I'll just wake up early. I think I'm gonna wake up early. Maybe sunrise and try to catch some sand fleas, and then come back, take my kid to work, and then head down to the boat. That is the tentative plan. Come on, fish, fishy, fish. Nothing yet. I think this guy's cooked. He's cooked. Let's get a fresh one on. This only works if you're jumping around and swimming around. Oh, this is a big dude here. Ow. Oh, that freaking hurt. You know, I'm gonna go through your top fin. See if that makes the difference in the longevity. What's going on here, Tim? Trying not to get finned here. You get finned one time. Does not feel good. There we go. This dude sounds like a hummingbird. Flicking his... Whoosh. Now let's not catch a gator, and we'd be good. All right, sorry about that. All right, I appreciate it. We had 8 likes. That's what's up. That's what's up. There is an alligator. I just don't know where it's at, but it's in here. I promise you that. How are we doing over here? Lucky. Am I hung? Or what am I dragging? Dragging some nonsense. I don't know what it is. Plastic bag. That's what's up. That's what I was expecting to see. Let's put this backside of the boat. We'll deal with that later. Hopefully this guy's still good. Oh, he's still good. He's still good, fam. He's still good. Let's get this out here. I feel like that's where I want to be. I'm not overly too concerned about my line being taut because I do got circle hooks on, so it should set and catch whatever it is on. My best has been 4.5 pounds back here, but I'm always trying to beat that number. I'm crisscrossing my lines here. Dang it. It's like a slow troll. This is why I cover a lot of ground, I guess. But I've caught some big bass on some live bait, but they weren't even close to 4 pounds. They look bigger than the 4.5 pound bass I've caught, but no. I couldn't tell you the biggest blue, the crappie I've caught here. Uh-oh. Now this is gonna get crossed up. And that's why I get my camera overheated. It needs a moment to gather its thoughts. I better not have another plastic bag on. I'm just dragging through mud. Telling you right now, it's really hard to fish with 2 lines in the water on this thing. I think the only way it works if my rod and reel, like if it was like to the left and right of me, can't be behind me or in front of me. Come on, is that a bite? Well, I felt a bite there, but I didn't. Dragging through bottom. But if I'm gonna catch a bigger bass, I feel like this is the right bait to do it. What's going on here? Am I on my line? What? Is that my bait doing that? Is that my bait doing that? Definitely had a bite. God dang it. I had a bite. Unless this dude was swimming like a monster. No way. About to be one rod, guys. That way it's easier for me to keep up with, not doing my lines getting crossed up. Where's my kid going? I think I had a bite though. 7 pounds, that's pretty good. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. And again, I appreciate the likes, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribing as well if you're hanging out. Again, trying to keep this, trying to grow my community here and be able to do bigger, better things with this. I'm gonna take this line out of the water because I'm struggling with the two. As I'm reeling in, like I'm spinning around, it's just, I can always fish with it later if I get tired of. Let's try the lighter setup with the split shot. Something just jumped right by the bank. I don't know what it was. Maybe she's gonna go get cat food. Her damn cat been trying to eat the damn dog's food. I think it's this big ass bluegill that's making it feel like I got a bite. As I suspected. Let's get you cats back out there. Get back to work. There we go. That's one way of casting it. It's one way of doing it. Bear with me. We got a little wind. A little wind action here. Wouldn't be fishing if it wasn't a little bit chaotic. Come here. I don't need, oh, there we go, perfect size. Carolina rig. I think I want to go through the top. We're done being twisted up. All right, let's fish. Now I can hold my position a little bit and not worry about crossing lines. Even if the wind pushed me a little bit, I can keep moving with it. Oh, Frank is the guy. Yeah, I'm not a big, kayak fishing is growing on me, but at the same time, like, it's definitely something to get used to. This is like a 10-foot kayak that my dad gave me. It was his, he wasn't using it, so took it off his hands. And it's nice if I don't want to, if I want to be able to fish on the boat and go places, like I've been able to do that. There's a bunch of spots around where you can easily get on a kayak and fish both freshwater, saltwater. That's the series I've been doing with Fish the Map around here in Wilmington, New Hanover County, where I've, ranging from either pier fishing, surf fishing, to pulling up to some man-made lakes around here that are known for great fishing. And sometimes it's nice just to get off the bank and fish. Usually, again, I'm over here fishing because then I can fish the retention pond as well as over here. But sometimes it's nice to, when it's not windy, to be out here. Before I got the kayak, I used to be on this yellow water bee, but the back seat sucked, so I had to stop doing it. So, just Nick, my guy. I mean, if you keep showing up to my streams and share my videos and things like that, I definitely will consider it. But yeah, I'm just chilling, drinking my Modelo and waiting for that bite to turn on. I already broke in my new rod and reel that I got from Casking and caught a bass on that. Sometimes that weight gets stuck in the mud and you just don't know if there's a fish on it or not, but it's not a fish. It's just that Carolina rig. I think I got an ounce on here. It's just dragging nonsense with it. Like, people ask if I eat fish out of here. You saw that plastic bag I pulled out of here, and it's just a big runoff in this. Even though it's natural, just I would rather go fishing saltwater and eat what I catch from there. And I have more options to keep what I catch whole, Let's get back. Let me get back where I want to go, which is right here. I'm gonna try not to cast that far. Just keep it close by. That's pretty close. That's close. Don't get me tangled up. Don't get me tangled up. Okay. On site. If I was smart, I would have brought the anchor, but I just didn't feel like dealing with that. Bass fish, I'm back at it, my guy. Yeah, they actually sent me. I got my first. Sent me that bait caster. I'm actually really impressed with it. I mean, the quality's right up there with my 13 fishing, the rod that I have. And the colorway is fire. I mean, my other one's green, like that. Almost like Kermit green. But that white on blue is pretty. It's pretty sick. I'm testing my luck with some live bait here. I'm definitely on the bottom. I seen a big fish come along and yank this. any moment now. Oh, word, Mac? That's what's up. Look, man, I fish, I catch bass. I mean, look, this is not a stock pond by any means. So you're not gonna just drop a line and catch a fish immediately. But the fishing guys will reward you for your patience. And sometimes you just gotta put that time in. So, just stay for the conversation, stay for the relatively scenic view in the neighborhood, right? I'm chilling. I'm good. Like I said, I got my beer. I got fresh, I got live bait. And it's not hot, so. Somebody walking up to my house? Oh, they're just walking. Okay. Somebody walking with their kid. I was wondering, like, is somebody... Yeah, I know. I was hoping to go saltwater fishing, but that just did not work out. I could have went, but then I would have been a complete asshole if I didn't let my kid let her dude come over, hang out for a little bit. Yeah, this is Shimano and Kuma. Believe it or not, I found this fishing in the retention pond over here. But my bait caster pulled this bad boy out of the water, so yeah. Again, I appreciate y'all pouring in the likes. That's what's up. The streams have been doing pretty good lately. Once I figure out what my schedule is for the soccer season, I think I'll be able to branch out a little more with some freshwater fishing or saltwater fishing, depending on where I'm at. Usually, I'm like in a 2-hour drive range. So ranging from either Moorhead to Raleigh. Is this dude still kicking? Oh, he's still swimming. Let's see if I can get to the deep part of on. I feel that's about right. Again, the hardest hit I've ever had was literally off this bank to the left of me, and I had my surf rod cast out, bluegill on, something hit it hard and took line like dragon line, and then it jumped out of the water and shook the bait and hook free, and then it was over. But I remember to this day, that's why I'm hell-bent on using live bait. I've been chasing that feeling ever since last year, believe it or not. Man, I've been watching again. It comes in spurts, honestly. Like it depends on where you're at. I was over by Wrightsville Beach, and I was what was it? Wrightsville Beach, the north end of Wrightsville Beach, the jetty wall. I wouldn't say it was. I think these were like top of the slot, which is like 27 inches. But they were big reds, and they were catching on one after the other. And again, I think you just gotta. I keep a watchful eye out on Facebook groups and things to see when they might pop up. But there has not been any chatter that I can tell. Nothing on northern part of the ICW, like heading towards like Topsail. I haven't seen anything really. Nothing on the river. The usual spots I've go to catch reds. I've heard the inlet's been all right for them, but again, not nothing that's like, oh, I got to get out there. But the only place I've seen consistently where lots of reds have shown up is Riceville Beach Jetty, just outside of it. Again, I don't know if it's an incoming or outgoing tide. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I just know people are probably like from where I'm at to where the bank is right there, slaying redfish on live mullet and cut bait. Like I said, I think I'm gonna go try to. Not I think I am going to go Carolina Beach. I'm gonna catch me some sand fleas. I'm gonna fish with sand fleas. Then I'm gonna bring sand fleas back home, and I'm gonna make a little habitat for them. And then we're gonna see if we can catch some sheepshead with them. I've never, no, I've never really fished with sand fleas, so it'll be a first. It'll be a first. I'm just glad it's not hot out here. No, I talked to everybody on here. But you're right, Mark. You gotta be patient with it. So just so you know too, like, I mean, I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Like, I wear a neck mount. Sometimes I keep it on this guy here. This mount here, but I find that it doesn't keep you in the action. So I'm usually keeping it here. And so if you see me do this here where I take it off, then I can see what's up in the chat. Otherwise, I am focused on the fishing and rambling, talking. But I do got another mount coming in now, so I'll be curious how that's gonna work, especially on the boat. It's a small rig. It's like the Magic Arm, and I'm pretty sure I can get some attachments on this here. That's what I probably need to do. Come on, man. Burning through this bait. Let's see if this dude's still swimming. Nope. I'm just trying to figure out how this is getting buried in the damn mud. That means this dude's definitely not even trying to swim. My leader line's pretty long on this. You just not even trying on me. Let's get some more bait. It took a while for me to get a decent amount, though. I'll tell you that. Come on, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna go bottom lip this time. Through the top. Drop it like it's hot. Too much crap. There's never enough room on this damn kayak. I don't know how people bring all the stuff they bring on a kayak with them. I might switch out of this and use the other rod, less heavier weight, because I'm dragging through the mud with it. Let's see, the smaller bait might do it. Binky, what is that? Yeah, man. I only got 2 though, so I'm already down 1. I didn't realize I was down bad like that. But I don't really drink like that anymore. It's not that I don't like it, yeah, but it's just one of those things I just I gotta be in the mood. Lately, I've been trying to build up my bourbon collection, but I haven't bought bourbon in the past 2 months. So I need to get back on that. Maybe I might do that for the end of the month. Reward myself with bourbon buy. I'm just waiting for this line to just pop. You would think a catfish would come through or something that would love to eat a minnow. But the water's up high now, so the rain we had like 4 inches. I would say maybe 4 or 5 inches easily. We needed it so bad. Yeah, I might just fish until this bait's gone. I'm leaving here with something. All right. That's what's up, Mark. Never been to Oregon, but I was born in Washington State. That's a bucket list fish, rainbow and salmon, steelhead. Hopefully all this time in going live and making content is going to pay off where I can go fish in other places. And that is what I'm chasing, and I can take others along. Like, how dope would that be? You always see these people doing, what is it, like charity donations where they're like sending people to games, giving them money, or by giving them a car. And I'm not saying that's nothing wrong with that, but I just think it'd be cool. Like, hey, for someone that's like an avid fisherman and would never ever get to go a place like Costa Rica to fish, or like just knowing what their bucket list fish to catch would be super dope to take somebody to go experience that. Like, obviously I wouldn't be the expert, but you can always, I would assume you just link up with someone that knows how to catch said fish, and again, just create that once in a lifetime experience for someone. That's the dream. Oh, that breeze feels amazing. No action as of yet, but it doesn't mean it's not going to come here soon. You're just watching. We're just fishing in real time. No edits. Here's what happens. I know I'm like dragging through mud because the kayak is turning like it's being anchored. Oh, nice. Yeah, my dad was in the service, so I was born in Tacoma, Washington. Don't remember much because after that we moved shortly after to Germany, but would love definitely go back to the West Coast, at least that part of the West Coast. I think the last time I was ever remotely close to Washington, Oregon was I flew into BC for work, which I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to the flight plan because we flew in Toronto and I thought that was gonna be like a short flight, and I didn't realize we were flying across the other side of the map like that. All right, I might switch it to the other rod. I'm tired of dragging mud with this. Once this bait's cooked, I'm gonna go back to the split shot on. Are we still live? It looked like he's still swimming. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's exactly right, Mark. Fort Lewis. That's the I couldn't remember the base. Again, I appreciate y'all hitting the like button too. Thank you for that. Let's see if I can get a fish here. I'm chasing big fish. I got live bait. I'm trying to get that big fish. No dinks here. No dinks. Once this dude doesn't make the cut, I'm gonna switch to the other rod. This weight's super heavy. I feel like my bait can't swim as well as it wants to. At least I know I'm on the bottom, but that does no good when the water's like glass back here. It's nice. Come on. What is this? All right, he's still alive. I can see him still swimming. Let me get this, clean this off here. No good to have fluorocarbon when your bait's gonna get caught. It's a lazy Sunday, y'all. It's a lazy Sunday. I got my workout in already. And other than making dinner, We're good. We're good. Hope everyone's doing all right this Sunday. Hope you got some fishing in yourself. Yeah, just trying to wrap my head around for the week. We got one more week of July, then August here, and then I'm back on coaching soccer, getting ready for back to school stuff, and hopefully the fishing starts turning up when it's been so miserably hot. God, it's been awful. But hopefully things will start heating up. I've been meaning to go clamming. I've been meaning to get a new crab trap because, again, I feel like if I don't check the crab traps same day, they're gone the next day. So I need to really, because they're compromised. So I need to really figure out what I need. There's always something I need. I was actually talking to a guy the other day at the pier about fly fishing, and piqued my interest. But I'm not gonna allow myself to be distracted. So still no bites on this bluegill I'm throwing here, but it doesn't mean they're not. I'm gonna keep working. I got a lot of minnows here, so. Let's see something real quick. Yeah, let's not do that. Don't bend that, Tim. It is really not that deep. You're probably less than 10 feet where I'm at. Where's the deep part? But this is fishing. A lot of casting, a lot of moving around to eventually give up. You find something. That sounds broken. What am I dragging now? All right, we gotta switch the line out. This weight's too heavy. No, but he's still alive, so I can't do that. I can't do him dirty. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm trying to get this fixed. Boom. Bombs away. This is probably extremely warm. As I suspected. Pretty sure I've been dropping fish water in it. Little pro tip: if you don't want to buy ice, buy yourself a pack of water, put them in your freezer. Then you can put them in your cooler. Now you got ice and you got water. My mom showed me that. Used to pay $2 for like a 20-pound bag of ice, and now it's like the price just keeps going up. It went up like $1. You gotta save where you can. Cheers. Mm, 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 mm. J-Bomb, I appreciate that. Hey, Mark, that sounds pretty badass, dog. That sounds like a dream. I always think about that myself, like if I can live away from people. So that's my kid back there on my porch, wandering around. So I know it may be boring, but at the same time, like, you can't blame a guy for being able to fish. And there's fish back here. Arguably, there's some, I truly wholeheartedly believe there's some big fish. I just haven't quite tapped into it yet, and I'm figuring out every time I go fishing back here. But at the same time, again, I'm 10 minutes from pulling up and being on my boat to do some do saltwater fishing. So that's why you can see me fishing both freshwater, saltwater. And lately, I've been going new places too that I normally don't get to go to, or I've never been to, including some lakes around here that I've been living for a really long time. I knew about them, but I just never fished. And now I have like 7 new spots I can go check out that I never went fishing before. So, hey, Rangeley, that's what's up. Thank you, Daniel. So you gotta put in that work. See, what's crazy if you're fishing, you catch all 11 of those fish in that first hour, and the rest, the 5 other hours, you're trying to find more fish. That's fishing for you. My biggest flounder I've ever caught was literally, we're like, yo, 15 minutes, we're calling it. Sun was starting to set, we're losing daylight, and boom, it hits. And it was flounder season, so again, that made it even sweeter. 27.5 inches. And my next best one was like 27 inches. Actually, I was just talking to my parents about that today. My dad's like, he's like already thinking about just booking a hotel so he can go flounder fishing. Because we only get 2 weeks here in North Carolina. So, and you can only keep one. So the trick is either have your boat full of other people that may or may not like fishing, but you can count them in order to get his reach your man limit. Oh wow. So does that mean if his landlocked is socked? Or also, you guys are killing it with these fish, man. Kill them, and I gotta step my game up. I'll get outside of North Carolina. No, just kidding. There's some big saltwater fish. I just gotta. Oh wow. Yeah, I really need to look up and see what all the fresh water you can catch here in North Carolina. I feel like there's some ones I'm sleeping on that I just need to go to the website and just see. I know we got somebody was just telling me about some great fishing near the North Carolina Virginia state border. Man, if I can do it in a perfect world, I fish 24/7 or be around water or something. That's what I'm in pursuit of. So until then, that's why I gotta get you. That's why you hear me keep saying like and share. Make sure y'all subscribing. It's the only way I'm gonna get there. Only way I'm gonna get there. So it's the only thing I will ask. I'm not gonna ask you making any donations. I'm not gonna ask you getting buy any merch. I'm not gonna ask you. That's the only thing I'm gonna ask is like, subscribe, and share. Because the rest will follow. So Really, catfish is. I mean, I know a lot of people that don't like catfish, but again, I think it's just based on what you have access to. Like, I mean, if you go to like Louisiana, like you can go some fine dining, and it's like delicacy for sure. And I grew up eating catfish, and I like it. My wife not so much. But then again, we're on the coast here, so you have access to a number of different types of fish that are arguably better tasting. So, same thing like with like my wife doesn't like blue crabs because her family they've always eaten king crab legs and stuff. So I get it. It's less work, a lot more crab meat compared to blue crabs, but there's just something about being able to catch your own, make them yourself, and again, you could probably, I'm hell bent on not just steaming them. I want to actually make some crab cakes and crab dip because I do love some crab dip. So, and lately I've been itching to go clamming. I saw some people the other day clamming on a sandbar. Now I'm like, I gotta do that. So, if you start seeing me doing some catch clean cook videos, just know I'm just scratching that itch. I got like a portable stove. I got a lot of stuff. I just don't use it. I just need to do it. All right, let me check this line here because I feel like it's time to switch out to the other rod and reel. I'm just dragging through this nasty bottom. So let's just go with this is a big weight. Big weight. It's overkill for back here. All right, I'll put you up. I was smart, would have brought my MagSafe camera mount, but I wasn't thinking. It's just easier to clip on and off instead of having to snap it into that mount there. I'm forever on the quest for the best camera setup for fishing, whether it be by bank or by boat. I don't like using a tripod like that. Mainly because it doesn't really keep anybody in the action. That's one reason why I don't see me fishing with a tripod. Mark, I don't know. I don't think we do because when I was looking at the North Carolina wildlife website, like at like what the limit is for harvesting clams and mussels and scallops, I didn't see razor clams as a specific clam species that you can harvest. But they do have another app that I can check on my phone to see if they have them. Like scallops close all year long. You can't harvest scallops here. I think mainly because their population's decimated. What's the other thing you can harvest? But, I mean, you see clamshells, tons of oysters, like wild oysters. I didn't know we had stone crabs here until I saw that we do have a season. It's closed right now, but it opens up like the first week of August through like June. So I'm gonna definitely try my luck and see if I can get my hands on those guys, because if you ever had stone crabs, it is very, very delicious. Look at something just jumped over here. Fix this drag. See, this guy swims a lot easier. I'm not. He has a little more freedom than. I'm gonna keep my drag open. But I've been trying to catch some redfish. I've been struggling with my damn fish finder, not it's not reading the depth. And I don't know if it's because of low voltage or what, but I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure something out. I just got the motor freaking replaced back in May after it being out of commission since mid-February. Alright, that's enough line. Enough line there. Alright. What up, what up? Alright. I've seen videos of people catching them. I don't know if they use those like I should have bought it. I saw it at a store. It was only like $5. It was like a clam like gun where you like can like I guess put your finger on it, though. Suction up sand. I should have bought it. It was like $5. I didn't realize what I was looking at until after I got home, and then I saw literally a video on a short or something, a reel, where somebody was clamming, and instead of raking or digging with your hands, they were using that to get them out. Believe it or not, that's a riding lawnmower. Maybe this week I'll go pick up some bread from the Dollar Tree and go carp fishing. This kid was actually literally, he was crushing them in the back in the little retention pond behind me, and actually I got back from dinner. I saw him had a fish on because I was looking out through the window, and like I ended up coming outside to ask him if he needed help netting it, and I think it came in like, it was like a 7-pound carp he caught. He had a net like this size here, which that always makes it a fun to get it on the bank, because they will run. Mark, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm just a dude. I'm 43, just trying to enjoy life. Chase what I love, you know? Always, you know, it's what's crazy is like, is this bait still on? Good. All right. I had always wanted to start a channel for fishing, but I don't know why I never really just kind of, I never locked in on it, but I'm in a different season now, so. Just move this thing out of the way, 'cause my feet. This thing's. tune in every Wednesday. I've been going live from a new spot. Let my bell close. I've been going live from a new spot here in and around Wilmington area. Public, whether it's public spaces where anyone can access. So if you're new to the area, or you love fishing, or new to fishing, right, and you're trying to find spots to fish at, hopefully my videos will help with bringing to light some spots that you can check out. Ranging from surf fishing, pier fishing, bank fishing, or if you want to get on a kayak, you can. Even though I can go get on my Carolina skiff and go somewhere, I thought it would be better to share something that anyone can do if they wanted to. So I hope to kind of branch out and do that with other areas like surrounding counties. But I was cutting my teeth on 10 spots in and around the area. I think this week I'm going to hit up Carolina Beach State Park. Which I don't know when the last time I've ever been there. I've been there to go get fuel for my boat, but not to fish. I've gone hiking in the park, but again, I've never fished from like the actual pier they have there. Yeah, okay, Mark, you're exactly right. I saw one, $5 at the tackle shop. It was marked down on clearance. I should have grabbed it. My mother-in-law gave me a clam basket, so I think I might just get a. There's always something. Distractions, I call them. I was looking at clam rakes. Those things are not cheap if you want a proper one. Come on, fishy fish. I mean, at this point, y'all, I'm just trying to relax, enjoy, and make the most of it before Monday's here, It's back on the grind. Go, get away from me, B. You have all this stuff flying around me. Just do me a favor. You guys are hanging out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And please share the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to get the biggest fish ever. But like I said, you gotta put in your time. Sometimes it's the first cast you get a fish. Sometimes it's the last cast. And every which in between. No guarantees. That's why it's called fishing. But if I do this right and this works, I hope to take people on charters and just make content. And the content and the sponsors it covers everything. That's what I'm chasing here. Getting people out on the water, doing something they love, and it not cost you anything. I mean, believe it or not, I have my 6-pack license that I do have to renew some point this year. But I have my own charter business called Out East Island Charters that I started over 4 years, 5 years ago. 4 years ago, maybe. And I just do it on the side. Just something something I enjoy, and just like taking people out. Doesn't necessarily have to be fishing. Maybe they just want to, ride around, anchor up somewhere, but never a bad time on the water unless, again, there's lightning. Inhaling. That's the only 2 times where I feel like it's appropriate to say it's a bad time to be on the water. Both which I have been. And you don't want to play with lightning. Rain is one thing, lightning is completely another thing. God. I shared earlier that 2 people literally got struck by lightning maybe 15 minutes up from where I was fishing at on Friday. But I think maybe I think it might either happen yesterday, and I don't even know what the condition those people are in. I haven't seen any updates about it, but that's still, it happens more often than you think. So I don't play with lightning. We don't play with that. Trying to catch I was hoping to catch a bass with a bluegill. I mean, I got tons of, I got maybe like a dozen in here, live bait. And Gary, I was throwing a Texas rig. No, not earlier, but I usually throw a Texas rig. Believe it or not, that is my confidence, my #1 setup that I throw back here. I swear by it. I'm pretty sure it makes people mad because I don't use crankbait, chatterbait, Senko, you name it. I don't throw it. I just throw a Texas rig because that's how I grew up fishing. Like, that's what my dad used whenever we lived in Alabama. He'd take me out Ozark Lake. Like that's what we use. And I catch a lot of bass that way. Again, I'm throwing a crankbait here and there, and that works too, but if I want to feel like I know how to fish, that's what I'm throwing. Crankbait all day. But I'm using live minnows, so I got a little split shot, circle hook. I don't have fluorocarbon on this. I don't have the leader line because I was lazy with it. But at some point, someone's going to have to eat the live bait. It's inevitable. Whether it's a bass or a catfish, I just got to make sure my bait is alive. I mean, he's barely alive. Some big ass, there's some big carp in this water. They're always hanging around the bank. And that's what's jumping behind me. But chill, hanging out with you guys makes it less boring. And again, I don't try to take I don't put the pressure. Gotta catch a fish. I used to do that all the time, and it made it not fun. And then I didn't want to stream because then I'm like, that pressure of having to catch a fish is there, and I'm like, nah. If I'm gonna fish, I'm gonna just fish because I want to fish. If I catch a fish, that's just the bonus to it. It's not like I'm fishing for a living trying to eat what I catch out of here. Though I probably would starve if that was the case, but um, I'm a firm believer every cast gets you to the next big catch. 100%. My biggest red drum, bull drum I've caught, I can't tell you how many times I've fished this spot with the exact same bait, exact same setup, exact same reel and rod, only to catch L's. And then finally, biggest catch of my life. So I just try to keep showing up. I'll let these fish know that I'm here. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to give up. They want you to head back in, toss your bait, not realizing that next cast would have been the one. But on the rail, I'm gonna have to switch this bait out though. This guy's cooked. He's not really working like he's supposed to. Let's see if we can get another. At some point, I'm gonna catch something with this. Ow! Son of a. You got me. You got me. You got me. Good job, buddy. Like I'm like not looking. I'm just, and I thought I had him. And this dude wiggled his way. Stop. Come on. Let's not do this over my beer can. I don't know why I'm holding this all weird. All right, there we go. Bombs away. Just keep swimming. Let's see if I can keep this right by the boat. Body yak. Seeing a little bit more activity on the fish though, to the surface, so that's a good thing. It's a good sign. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta put my phone on the charger, yo. Mac, I know, dog. Look, I haven't thrown the trout trick, so you gotta be proud of that. Yeah, again, I appreciate y'all hitting that like button. Red fish, red drum. Sometimes they call it redfish, sometimes they call it red drum. Where's my charger? All right, I'm gonna have to switch this up, y'all, cause my battery's on red. I don't want to end the stream yet until I get something, so we're gonna have to do my best. Battery pack. Yes, got it. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna switch my camera. Hang on. Yep, I know. I got my iPad with me. I think that when my new mount comes in, though. I'm looking forward to testing that out. It's like a magic arm or something where, like, is it charging? Yeah, we charging. We're good. Oh, there's a video I got where I caught a bull drum. I forget what the name of the video. It was back in April. I remember to this day because it's been a while since I caught a red drum. That's what I've been hunting for. No, neither. Nope. North Carolina, my guy. North Carolina. Streaming from the backyard pond. using some bluegills I found in the retention pond. I'm trying to see if I can catch a big fish with live bait. Right now I've been unsuccessful with that. These fish won't let me cook, as they like to say. So I have till I finish this beer, which I'm like halfway. It is a saltwater fish. I'm trying to think what it's close to. That's a great question. I don't even know how to answer that. They have a little, like, I guess it's like a black spot on their tail that they're known for, or sometimes they'll have more than one spot near their tail. And here in North Carolina, they can be, you can keep them as long as they're within a 17 to 27 inch, and you can keep one. Anything smaller, anything bigger, you gotta throw back. But a bull red, I think, is considered something over, I think, 30, 32 inches. But they get really, really big, and they will school up, and you'll have a lot of them swimming through. And I'm hoping at some point that'll be here really, really soon, as we head into August. This, with season changing, of course, fishing gets great when it's gets hurricane season. So no telling how that's going to be. Flounder season's 2 weeks in September, beginning of September. So again, right in the middle of like hurricane season. Ooh, I got a fish on. Ooh, 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 come on. My line just ripped. I don't know if it's swimming to me or if it's still there. Or maybe something's chasing my bait. My line got, but now it's not doing anything, so pump fake. Something was chasing you, I know, because you act all weird. Like I had no tension in my line. Next thing you know, my line went, all the slack was gone. There you go, Mac. What he said. Hey, again, I appreciate y'all pouring in the likes. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all hanging out. Also, like, again, for those who've been following along, if there's some videos, something I can do, let me know. I'm all ears. I'm a man of the people, within reason, of course. As long as I ain't gonna kill myself in the process trying to do it. I even thought about linking up with people and try to go fish in a spot, like just pulling up at the ramp, grabbing some people. 96 minutes of fishing with live bait, 0 bites. Nice fishing. I'm chilling. Spot 54 is still decent time. That's why I grilled the chicken earlier for the quesadillas, so that I don't feel pressed for time. So I may have got like another hour I can fish. My battery pack is straight. My phone's charging now. I can still fish here. I'm hell bent on trying to get a fish. I'd be really disappointed to stream for 94 minutes and not get anything. 97 minutes for that matter. So I appreciate everyone hanging out with me, keeping me company, getting me through this. The sun's starting to get behind the tree line here eventually. It's gonna be really, it's gonna be the money hour here. What are you talking about? 10? You should be charging. How are you telling me I got 10 minutes? Or 10%. Charging. Charge. I'm trying to fight through it, Joe. Alright. I got all these battery packs. I gotta figure out that's the setup so I can stream much longer and not worry about my phone being crazy or get like a hot spot. Cause I got another iPhone I can use. Then I can have my real phone. Cause people be looking for me. But I'm on the yak. On the yak. I got live bait on and I'm just waiting for a fish to come through. This bait's still good. It's a decent sized bait. I got a little split shot, but it can basically swim whatever it wants to. Giving it plenty of room to do what it's got to do. Oh, we're live in the backyard pond. I caught a bass earlier this afternoon on my new KastKing rod and reel combo bait caster. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I should have just went with that. Get off. Let's find a fish again. I appreciate y'all with the reactions. I don't know why they don't show that until after the fact. I don't see that until I end the stream and I can see it. Just make sure you hit that like button if y'all don't mind. I know y'all doing the reactions. Hit that like button. Please share the channel. Let's get the stream on and popping here. No. Okay. Damn fish. Still planning tomorrow's wake up early. Beat the parking meters at the beach and catch a bunch of sand fleas, bring them home, put them in my tote. I'm trying to build myself a little ecosystem of live bait, so then I don't feel pressed to catch bait. Man, you can spend like an hour trying to catch bait and then catch just enough. And it's already hot and humid. Work smarter, not harder, my dad always told me. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I got bait too. Live bait. I don't even know how, as a kid, I used to fish with worms. Fishing is probably one of the most humbling things you would ever do. It doesn't matter what you think you know. It will prove you wrong. You're right about that, my guy. You're right about that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's some positive thinking there. Every once in a while, I see a little bit more fish jumping. So maybe they're waking up. Maybe they're done with their snooze and the fish are gonna get a little active. No one's at the house looking for me, so I can fish a little bit longer. They are a great tasting fish. What is that getting snagged on? That was crazy. Oh, piece of log. Go figure. This thing's solid. This is what I'm throwing here. There's no reason why I shouldn't have a nice fish on here. Smack. He smacked the water pretty good. My kids are chilling. My wife is out of town. No one's needing me. They know I'm not gonna order food because I ordered Chick-fil-A last night. So we used up our go out to eat card. So I gotta make dinner. Not a big deal. I already grilled the chicken for the quesadillas. It's only, what, 6 o'clock? So I probably got to like 7 before I really gotta figure some shit out. And then I'm gonna try to work ahead, edit my video for Fish the Map for this week's drop. Where I went to Johnny Mercer Pier. Again, winds are pushing 20 plus miles per hour. But still was fun. I can't remember last time I went to Riceville Beach. It's the bougier beaches around here. If you know anything about this area, the water is always really nice, very blue, but they're very funny about their beach. If they can make it private, they would. I don't, Mark. I got a little bit of split shot, so I'm kind of, again, it's not quite hitting the bottom, so it should have the ability to swim around. But I travel light. I wasn't expecting it to take this long to get a bite with live bait. I had finger mullets the other day, and I burned through like 5 or 6 of them, but I eventually caught a bass with it. Unbelievable. Should have bought the bourbon with me. Not in this heat. I'd be passed out on this thing trying to fish, and then we got an alligator. I don't think that mixes really well. snag again on that stupid log or something. You never know. Oh, we got alligators back here. There hasn't been a big one. Um, it's been like a month I haven't seen it, like the gigantic one. Well, there's definitely like one that's probably like 4 to 5 feet, but it's a small one. Nothing that I'm overly too concerned. And usually they don't press me when I'm on the water. But if it's if there was a really big gator, I probably wouldn't be on the kayak, just because again, as much as I like to fish and make content, it doesn't do me well to. I wouldn't be able to enjoy if I get taken out by an alligator. Not the way I want to go out. Usually there's 1 to 2, and honestly, like, it hasn't been this season, like this summer. They usually like to hang out in the little peninsula there, but most of the time they're on this backside, hanging on the bank, sunbathing, and then eventually they make her in the water. Usually, if I'm on the kayak and I drag it out here, you'll see them start getting in the water. They'll pop up. I think there's only been one time where one was actually following me that I had to like just keep moving, but that doesn't happen often. Usually they usually keep to themselves. Well, there's tons of alligators here. You'd be like, for North Carolina, you wouldn't think, but there's tons of alligators, especially Brunswick County, from what I heard. I think at one point they even issued license for people to hunt alligators. That's how many alligators they had. I literally saw an alligator at the marina Friday. Like it was, I went to throw the cast net. Next thing you know, they hear this like disturbance in the water from the bank, and then you see this thing swim across underneath the dock, come around the other side of the dock, and like pop up. Every once in a while, there's tons of them in the Kafer River. Yeah. I don't know about that. Trust me, if it would drive my views my views up, I'll think about it. But I don't know about that. I've caught some on my line back here. Every once in a while, they will chase your. Like if you're fishing with like a bobber, they'll chase that. Surprisingly enough, they don't really get involved when there's like a commotion in the water where you get a fish on the line. I do forget sometimes whenever I'm like releasing a fish out of my hand in the water, like, you know, hey, maybe an alligator might come up and snatch you. But there's nothing that big in here that I feel like I'm like, all right, I feel pretty good that I can come out on top if there was a situation. And they don't ever go in the yard. I think the closest they've ever been is like, again, in the retention pond, but not on the bank of the retention pond. But I saw a video where alligators do climb fence all of a sudden now in Florida. So, you know, I do got a dog. But again, I lived here since 08. There's never been a problem. Never been a problem. Except for one time alligator chasing. So I think almost every neighbor sign up says beware of alligators. There was a spot that I went to called Greenfield Lake to fish, and it took like probably like an hour before I even saw an alligator. And I saw a small one. There's a lot of cover, so you can't really tell where they're at because they're camouflaged really well. But eventually, over time, like I kept seeing more and more and more, and like there's some freaking dinosaurs out there where, you know, if you're not prepared for it, it can be unsettling. So, you know, you just gotta keep your head on a swivel And like I said, there's usually further off, and I can see them have their head out. And if they get a little aggressive, you can tell because then they have their back arched or tail arched a little bit. And so then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone. You do your thing. I'm gonna be over here. We're good. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. It is North Carolina. Alligators wash up on the beach all the time. It hasn't happened this year, but they'll lose their way from the Cape Fear River, get out in the ICW, and next thing you know, they're in Carolina Beach or some other beach along Brunswick County or New Hanover County or Pender County. Some weird stuff goes on sometimes with wildlife here. I mean, they've my drag. I gotta fix that. Not this year, but last year they had an issue with bull sharks freaking going nuts on people's boat motor props. Not quite like killer whales, but they were being mad aggressive and they had to be removed. And what's crazy is people will anchor up and jump off boats and swim and hang out on like lily pads, and it's like you never know what's lurking beneath the water. Whether and it's brackish, it's ain't like 100% salt water. Like these fish are finding a way to survive and be big. So yeah, see. And I feel like cougars, yeah. I feel like alligators, you gotta put yourself more in their situation to encounter them. Like again, there's alligators in here, but I'm on a kayak, so I'm going out my way to encounter them. Whereas a cougar, I think that'd be a little more intimidating. I've seen plenty of videos where people, dogs, and cats go missing. One stumbles in the yard, and it's like, nah, no. Same thing with sharks. People get shark bites. Like, yo, you're in the ocean. It's gonna happen. It's not like a shark pulled up to your house and attacked you. So you really can't really call it a shark attack. It's just really like you're just in the wrong place, wrong time. And a shark just doing what a shark does, which is eat. So if you're in the water, it's like, yo, this is my DoorDash just arrived. Pull up. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paddle to the far side of the pond. This dude is barely stabilized. And let's see if my luck changed, because the deep side of the pond ain't ish right now. Again, I appreciate y'all hitting that like button. Much love for that, y'all. Yeah, you're exactly right. I think the spot that I went to, Lake Sutton, like 2 weeks ago, somebody was telling there was like a 12-foot or 11-foot alligator. That was like 200 plus, maybe like 230 pounds. That's a big alligator. The small ones are feisty. Like you get a hook in them and they immediately start doing that death spin. That death roll, as you call it. You're not surviving that if a 200 plus grown alligator get a hold of you. You're just like, yo, all right, you won. It's been fun. Tell my family I love them. I was talking to this guy the other day at the dock, which I gotta email him, matter of fact. I totally forgot to do that. He was telling me how this dude, unrelated to predators in the wild, he was saying how this dude would be on a John boat 30 miles, 40 miles offshore, single engine, by himself, just fishing, and he's trying to see if the dude needs help getting towed in, and he's like, nah, I'm good, leave me alone. And he did it like every day, he said. And I'm like, that takes some balls. Like, I can only imagine being offshore, like, with the weather the way it was. Granted, you probably look up what the weather is doing, but still, come on. I don't wanna, there we go. Let's catch a fish, come on. Let's do it, let's do it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. This evening, even though I have not caught a fish, again, that's fishing for you. The plan is always to catch fish, but like I said, fish may have other plans. Even when you have, I think, arguably the best bait to fish with back here for something big, whether it be a bass or catfish. Sometimes these fish be on some nonsense. I've fished with chicken liver, and I'll get one bite, I'll catch one fish, and then it's like dead after that. I don't get anything else. Maybe I just need to go to these stock ponds and start filming videos. That'll be the move, actually. So if anybody know anything around here, North Carolina, Wilmington, New Hanover County, some spots I could pull up, fish brain don't really, I'm not trying to pay for that, so drop a comment on one of my videos, let me know. But I think I might start taking people out fishing more often. Being around the area and you rock me, boy, let me know. Trying to get turned up. Trying to get turned up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Perfect, man. I will say some of the bait was a little bit big, but still, big bait, bigger fish. My phone's still in the red. I think it's just barely like it's charging, but it's like just enough to keep it on that fringe of not dying. I probably should have charged it a lot sooner. But I'm learning. Usually I have a cigarette charger that I use, or not cigarette, charged outlet on my boat that I have my phone charging to. Come on, come on. Come fish, come on. This is a very fishy area. Getting decent sized little bait. I'm gonna look right by this. Low hanging branches. Still was a good time. I got some practice in. So when I'll be ready for the next big catch. We live in the backyard pond. Been very quiet. Very quiet. But this is me being dedicated to the cause, and I'm only fishing with live bait. I didn't bring any other rigs, lures, just because again, I wanted to fish with live bait. I fished with artificial earlier this morning, and I caught a bass. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe the live minnows would do right by me, but no. 122 minutes later, they have not. The moment I give up, that's when the bite turns on. Oh, let's fix you. You have this hook looking like this. Come on, bro. Get your life together. That's fishing for you, man. But I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. We're at 35 likes. Everyone that has subscribed, thank you for hanging out, sticking with me. It's always nice to fish when you have company, so it definitely passes the time. But catfish like that, though. That's the only thing. I grew up fishing with chicken liver to catch catfish, and it's done. Yeah, the suspense is coming. What we talking about, big? You just need one fish. One fish will erase the 124 minutes of me fishing, not getting a single bite on live bait. That's the crazy thing about fishing. It will do that. Let's see. I don't even know if this bait is even kicking. This dude's floating. Guy, do another bait. Another bait. Uno momento. Yo, big dog. I appreciate the donation, man. That's what's up. Hey, Mark, I appreciate that, dog. Thank you, man. I hope you enjoy the remainder of your Sunday. Appreciate the good conversation, positive vibes. Hey, big, yo, that's what's up, man. Thank you. Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. So thank you for that. Let's see if I can. Again, I got some nice bait here. Live bait. You think it would do good for me? All right. Let's see if I can toss by this branch here. Okay, right underneath this brush here. Big came through. You never know, big. That's why you always gotta ask, man. You never know. You never know. But I appreciate you for that, my guy. Ooh, am I getting a bite here, or is that mine? Hey, Big, if you comment on one of my other videos, it's just I can't do it for my live stream. They don't make it so that you can follow that way. I'll definitely hit you back if you do that. That way, at least I'll know. I thought I had something. Come on now. Come on now. Probably got like another 30 minutes before I gotta pop off. And we gotta go eat dinner. I am the feeder here since my wife is gone. Yo, my guy. Coming through. Very generous. Big Lou. Shout out to Big Lou for that, man. Come on now. The only reaction I had was with the dam back over there with the bait. My line took off. Something must have been chasing the bait. And then it just stopped. And then nothing else. Live in the backyard pond. I did not go saltwater fishing as I originally had promised I was going to do. Just life happens, kids. The timetables were off. Because I definitely had time to do it, but I'll live to fight another day. I think I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to catch some sand fleas. I've been hell-bent on trying to catch sand fleas and try my luck fishing with that, see if I can catch some sheep's head. So we're gonna, I'm gonna try my luck around some structure, some docks. Come on, kitty, get off, get off. There's gotta be a big bass hanging around this brush. It's not that deep around the bank here, but my other setup is too heavy. I got like an ounce weight, and that's too much of a weight. It's just digging into the mud. No good. But, you know, not a bad way to spend my afternoon, my evening. I'm gonna try to wake up early, catch a sunrise. Where are you going? Where are you going? Tell him to follow me on YouTube. Tell him to follow me on YouTube. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Bye. What? You better feed him. Good. All right. All right. Love you. Sorry. Something's in my eye. My kid's leaving to go somewhere with her dude. So. You might not know it, but I got 3 kids. 21. No, she's not 21. She's 20. 20. 17. 13. All girls. So you can understand why I fish and why I do what I do, and I'm at peace. Yeah, something's in my eye, burning. Mm, don't know what it is. Again, I appreciate y'all hitting that like button. All the reactions, I see them fluttering here and there. So much love for that. This is gonna be freaking cold. Oh my god. Okay, that helps a little bit. Helps a little bit. All right, I got a line in the water. I'm not just sitting here bitching about my eye burning. But yeah, I was yelling at my kid. I'm like, yo, they're my biggest fans. Psych. Yeah, they're it's definitely my fault. They're the way they are, but you know, gotta love them. And it definitely could be worse. I will say that. So I'm not bitching for sure, but they will test your nerves. That's for sure. That's the reason why I didn't go saltwater fishing, because the other kid had asked if her dude can come over, and I was like, okay. He didn't come over yesterday, which I'm like, all right. I don't care as long as he's gone at reasonable hours. So if you understand the terms of this arrangement, then we're good. Otherwise, we'll have a problem. But the good thing is, like, we're probably gonna go fishing tomorrow, so I'm gonna be probably live streaming with them. So I just like having my house to myself and not have people in my house, especially when the evening's winding down. I just want to chill, get my glass of chocolate milk or strawberry milk. I'm crazy about that. Um, and have a little sweet treat and put on Detroiters, or that's what I've been watching lately. I don't know that show. I've been watching that show like continuously on reruns. It's just super funny. But gotta mentally prepare for the week that's ahead. But I got a 4-hour charter on Wednesday. They want to fish a little bit, then go to the beach, which is perfectly fine. So we'll be able to make it out, go out, Wrightsville Beach, Masonboro. Um, and then I got a coaches meeting on Friday. And then I think next week's what? First week of August. So then I'm back on 3 days a week soccer training. I have a team and a half. Like, I coach one team, then I'm an assistant coach on the other team. So, um, I mean, if you would have told me that I would not catch a fish with live bait, I'd be laughing at you. I would laugh because I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you. But here we are. Here we are. And it's fine. It's fine. I will get to bed early, set my alarm for 5 o'clock, get up, do my push-ups. I've been doing push-up crunches and squats, body squats, like no weights. I'm up to 120. So I'm doing that every day. Been doing that since, I want to say, July 9th. I'm just trying to get to 500. That's the goal. Get to 500 every day. Your boy's gonna be diesel. And then Get out, fish for about like 2 hours. Be back home. I can work, do what I need to do. Pick kid up from work. Pick wife up. She flies back in tomorrow evening. Have the house all squared away. That's my Monday, and then Tuesday I gotta get up early. I'm probably gonna play basketball. Play that. That's a 5:30 in the morning thing for like 2 hours. Um, I'm baffled by this. If you would have told me no fish would be biting, I would laugh. Are you still swimming? Nope, I'm not swimming. I think I gotta hook them through their top fin, their back fin. Oh, this dude was still alive. He literally just swam down. He just slow played it. Another big bait. And this dude's he's alive, and he's trying to fin me. You're exactly right. Only way you're gonna catch a fish is you gotta put yourself in the game. So we are in the game. Sometimes you win it. Sometimes you come really close. But that's fishing for you. So it's been great though. Regardless, it's a great way to decompress. What does that even look like? I'm gonna have to wash this boat off here. Believe it or not, there's been kids out here swimming in this water. I had to tell them. I'm like, y'all don't want to do that. I feel then I would have to get involved if something bad happens because I'm looking outside my kitchen window. Like, I couldn't just watch something crazy go down and not help somebody. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, but roids. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna try to just slow troll and just paddle backwards. Hopefully I cover a lot more. And maybe a fish sees my bait, takes it for a ride. That's it. Here we go. I forgot I had this thing charging. So. He just pops up out of nowhere. Alligator. Small guy, not a big one. YouTube zoom is not the best, but dang. That's It's the only alligator that's been back here that, as of lately. It's not to say there's other ones. I just haven't seen them. So I have no reason to suspect that. Sorry. There's anything bigger. I do have an underwater camera that I could drop in. Who knows? There could be a whole army of them back under the water here, but that's a small one. Come on, fish. Reveal yourself to me. Slowly trolling here, trying to cover more ground with my bait, my live action bait. I think I'm about to let this bait go. Let them live the fight for another day. Is that bottom? Are we? I'm just watching a rod tip here. I know I shouldn't be all the way on the bottom because I got a split shot on, so it's not like it's that heavy. I'm just hoping, just maybe, something comes along and hits it. Come on. Get into the deeper part of the pond here. It doesn't even feel like I've been fishing for like an hour, over 2 hours. Usually this is a saltwater stream because once I get on the boat, I'm out there for a while. It's never really a short run. This is by far probably the longest I've ever stream hit back here. I think. Actually, I think me and Abe did 2 hours, 2.5 hours in our fishing challenge. I'm trying to decide whether to do either a pool noodle setup or what's it called? Or like jug fishing, and just set them out here and just see what type of fish I can catch if I have a bunch of lines out. Ooh, yes, maybe. I get a bite here. Almost to the other side of the pond. Anyways, again, I appreciate y'all smashing the like button. Duck decoy. Yeah, but what's that gonna cost though? Duck decoy. I was trying to get out of this like super cheap. My production's not quite there yet until I get till this content, that YouTube money start coming in. I'm on a very fixed income. Fish hatchery for salmon. Salmon. That sounded like I said it weird. One of these sunglasses. I usually have sunglasses that float. Am I drifting? Is something in my line? I don't want to quit until I catch a fish, though. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Is that considered like farm raised, or are they simply getting them to mature enough and then releasing them into the wild? Maybe I should do that. Now, if I do that, then next thing you know, I'll have wildlife knocking on my door. Oh, this bait was swimming kind of aggressive. I thought there might have been a fish on the way it was swimming. It wasn't. It was just happy to see me. Crazy stories, like alligators here, at least in North Carolina, are a protected species. They're protected, so I mean, you're not supposed to feed them, obviously, but you definitely can't shoot at them with anything like aerosol, pellet gun, BB gun, anything like that. And crazy enough, my neighbor was shooting at them, and then the neighbor next to us snitched. It's the best way I could put it. Next thing you know, he has wildlife, 8 NATF, basically raiding his house looking for the gun, and my man had to go to court and hired an attorney to beat an alligator case. Which is, again, just wild to me to think that some things have way more rights than others. Not that I'm not here for harming any type of wildlife if it's not bothering you, but still, that seemed a bit overkill, and a lot of tax resources for what? All because people were beefing, you decided to get agencies involved. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I got like 10 minutes, maybe or less. But I gotta head in, make some meals, and do my best to try to focus. See if I can edit some videos, clear some of my memory off my memory card. Wow, I don't know that. Yeah, no, we don't have that here in North Carolina. I think again, I think the exception to that was like years back in Brunswick when there was overpopulation with them. But I was just in Brunswick County, not New Hanover County. I mean, when I first moved here, people used to be really bad about trying to feed them, which is a big no-no. Because then you got something that's like used to humans feeding them, and then all it takes is something bad to happen. And they won't remove them out of here because, again, it's natural. I think our HOH did one time and they charged like an arm and a leg to remove an alligator. Because, again, they just come back. I literally been looking out my window. I've seen them come out of the woods over here or walk into the woods. So they come and go as they please. That's how I know when it's spring. You know, obviously when it's like after, like when the cold starts settling in, they're gone. You don't see them at all. It's not until like March, April, when you start seeing pollen, when they start showing up. And that's how I know better, warmer days are ahead of us because the alligator doesn't come out to play unless it's nice outside. So yeah, or pets. Someone said somebody's pet. I don't know if it was recently, but somebody's pet dog got. And I've seen people throw their like playing fetch with the dog. I was like, you don't want to do that. I've seen alligators chase stuff far less appealing. And those things can they swim pretty fast. I don't know if they migrate or they just, I forget what the term is. I don't want to say it and be wrong. I think it starts with a B, but like, I know, like, I've seen pictures and videos where the alligators are like, especially when we have like cold weather here, it doesn't happen often, but like, they'll just be perfectly submerged, but like their nostrils just above the waterline, but they're frozen and they're not moving, but they're alive. And but again, I don't know where they go. Again, there's a creek here that goes into Cape Fear River, so my first thought is maybe they do migrate into the creek to the Cape Fear River, and then go about their business. But I honestly don't know because I feel like they're also territorial. I've counted 4 alligators back here, but as the summer progresses, there's usually just one that pretty much it's his pond. You may have two, but it hasn't been like a dinosaur one because I would have made a video if there was a massive one back here hanging out. There hasn't been that one where it's like it keep me off the water here. Because I'm no dummy. Like I can tell. Like you got this. This is. I'll wait till either you move or go back in the water. Because they usually really be bad about like if you start walking, they'll make their way in the water. But some of them, the bigger, badder ones, just be like, nah, I ain't moving. And you're playing chicken with them, and they don't flinch. So you end up just letting them be. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. All right, that's probably gonna be my last cast. Like I said, I don't even think I even ate lunch. All I had was a chocolate covered donut with sprinkles, some cantaloupe, coffee. I don't even think I ate lunch now that I think about it. Again, as long as it's not a big alligator, I'm good because I don't feel like it can. I mean, yeah, this you gotta balance yourself. The telltale sign is a bunch of bubbles. If you see a bunch of bubbles, that means there's definitely one right by you. So I just pay attention when I'm coasting back to the bank that there's not a lot of bubbles around me, so I don't ride on top of one and step out, and next thing you know, my leg. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. Live bait. If you would have told me, this is the second time I fished with live bait and then I catch fish with it after fishing as long as I've been fishing. I don't know if necessarily like an otter. I don't know if it's just because either them either breathing or releasing air. But what happens is I think what happens is they're releasing air because they'll submerge themselves, and next thing you know, you'll see like all this like bubbles. Generally, an area where an alligator is posted up at. Part of me wants to go get my bait caster and throw it off the bank, just to get the smell of skunk off me. I'm not skunk for the day, but I'm definitely skunk for the hour and 59 minutes here. Just would have ever thought. Not a single, maybe one bite the entire time. So you guys get to live. I'm gonna let y'all out. So get out. Leave. How are y'all not swimming out? Gotta make sure I don't dump this in the kayak. I've done that before. Okay. Go behind me. So like my neighbor, he was gone kayak in the creek that eventually again feeds into the Cape Fear River. He's seen alligators back there. One day I might go, but it's only accessible when it's like when it's high tide. So you gotta go when a couple hours before, but on a rising tide, and either I make it again. I'm just trying to figure out how you get back though, because again, you're either gonna you gotta go launch from River Row Park and then make your way through, or just leave here and then have somebody pick you up. I don't know. I don't know logistically. I'll have to think about how do you get back home, especially if you're in your house. But there's alligators back there too. But I bet there's some amazing fishing back there. I have no doubt about it. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna be back at it again. Most days I am on here, and trying to be better than the day before when it comes to fishing, or at least try to learn something from fishing. Always growing. Try to share. Also try to learn from you guys too, so I appreciate y'all. I don't know why I was going out my head. It's weird. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy here. But I'm gonna get my kids situated, get myself situated, maybe edit some videos, get some things scheduled out, so I'm not waiting until the last minute like I usually do. Woo. So usually, again, I've come before and fell out of the kayak right here, but I panicked because there was a bunch of bubbles here. But been fun. Even though fish were caught. That's fishing for you. I'll do it again tomorrow. I caught a fish earlier in my first stream. My shorter stream, believe it or not. But thanks for hanging out in the backyard pond. Maybe I'll catch you guys on the skiff tomorrow. And again, maybe I might get that redfish I've been trying to chase here that can keep. I usually catch and release, but I like the option to keep in the event I catch something that I want. So we'll see. Until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic Sunday, wherever you might be, for the conversation. Hopefully do some fishing yourself. As always, please like and share. And if you haven't already, make sure you get subscribed to the channel. And I will see you the next time. I'm out in the water somewhere in and around here, trying to catch that next PB. So, till then.